All right, I think it's easy to say Utah, Oregon, the two best teams right now in the Pac-12 conference. Are they nationally elite in your guys' mind?
In my opinion, they both are. They do it in different ways. When I look at a team like Oregon, their skill position is the dominance of their team, and they really use their speed as the asset to get them through things, both at the cornerback position and at the skills at the wideouts and the running back for Oregon. But Utah is a power running. They're built up front, and that's how typically most teams want to be built in that interior. And I think because of that dominance, they have a chance.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that these are two elite teams nationally speaking, and they seem to be on a collision course, and we can all only hope they end up playing one another. But I think the reason is because both teams can stop the run, both teams can run the football, and both teams get very efficient quarterback play and don't turn the ball over. And those are three critical things when you're trying to get down the stretch and win a championship. So I'm anxious to see this thing play out. Again, as Pac-12 fans, I think we have to hope this thing comes to fruition and we get to see these two teams play at Levi's later in the year.
I just can't even imagine. It's going to be a battle of strength on strength if they do win out and are playing for that Pac-12 championship. But at the end of the day, the College Football Playoff Committee is going to be sitting in a room on Tuesday, and of course we'll have complete coverage on Inside Pac-12 Football. When those initial rankings are released, we'll have a real sense of what the committee thinks about not only Oregon and Utah, but the rest of the teams in this top 10 board, and a couple of them that are really good squads were all idle in week number 10.
Yeah, well, next week it's really interesting. Obviously, LSU, Alabama play one another, and we're going to see some clarity in the SEC as well. But next week is when it really starts getting good. We're in November now, so this is where it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, this is the best time of the year because at some point they're all going to have to meet, and it'll play itself out, and that's what you really want to see when it comes down to it. Is teams that the best teams play each other and duel down to the best four.
There is one team now. Oregon, they handle business, and same for Utah. They're playing for a Pac-12 championship. In the South, there's at least a small complication here, but because we just watched UCLA on Pac-12 Network handle business against Colorado. JJ, this is the path to the Pac-12 championship for the Bruins. Used to rock that uniform. This is tough sledding here down the stretch.
It is tough sledding, and they've played consistently, but they haven't been consistent throughout the whole year. So if you're looking at the big picture, you tend to lean towards the team that's been consistent the entire year. But that's not to say that the UCLA can't play, because they've made some surprising gains in these last 3 weeks and these last 3 victories. So I'm excited for the game just to see what happens.
Okay, so you're selling it, but you're not exactly betting the house on it.
I would not bet the house on it.
Because that competition is... That's no joke right there.
UCLA is not going to beat Utah. Is that what you're looking for? Because I'll go ahead and say
I just wanted JJ to say it because he's a UCLA guy. I wanted to see if he could go out on a limb.